Kings and Queens in London. The story of London is also the story of the country's kings and queens. Some of the most famous buildings tell this story. The Tower of London. In 1066, the new king, William I, built the White Tower in the city. Later, kings and queens built more buildings round this tower. The Tower of London was a palace, but it was also a prison. Two of King Henry VIII's wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard, lost their heads at the Tower in the 1500s. The Tower was a prison again in the 1940s. In World War II, the British government put German Rudolf Hess there. Today, visitors can walk round the Tower of London. The treasures of many kings and queens are inside. Hampton Court Palace. Hampton Court Palace was a great house to the southwest of the city. It was Thomas Wolsey's house, but King Henry VIII liked it. Henry was angry with Wolsey. Wolsey gave the house to the king, but it did not help him. The king took the house and Wolsey went to prison. Henry changed the palace and built new gardens, kitchens and a church. 28 people could use the palace's toilet at the same time. Later, Hampton Court Palace was a prison for King Charles I. In 1649, Oliver Cromwell's government cut off the king's head. Parks for kings. Many of London's parks were gardens for kings and queens. Londoners could walk in Hyde Park and St James's Park for the first time in the 1600s. Buckingham Palace. No king or queen built Buckingham Palace. It was a rich person's house. King George III liked it and he bought it in 1761. George IV built more and more rooms. Queen Victoria moved to Buckingham Palace in 1837. Now Queen Elizabeth II lives in Buckingham Palace when she is in London. There are 600 rooms. Visitors can see some of the rooms for 1 month every year. Kensington Palace. William III built this beautiful small palace in the country in 1689. Later, Queen Victoria was born there. Today, the palace is in a park near the centre of London. Some people in the Queen's family have flats in the palace.